This is Kcal News, Los Angeles.
Now at noon, a home explodes, a man badly burned, several dogs trapped in the rubble where they're live. A once well-known LA landmark goes up in flames. And President Trump expected to take action aimed at dismantling the Department of Education. Welcome to Kcal News at noon, streaming on CBS News Los Angeles. I'm Rachel Kim in for Amy Johnson. Developing news this morning, fire chars a once popular restaurant in the Westlake District. Assignment Manager Mark Liu is live at the desk with those details. Mark.
Yeah, Rach, it's the Pacific Dining Car. Had been in operation for 100 years in Los Angeles, serving food to people in the downtown area. And today, damaged severely by a fire. Now, here at the desk, we heard this go down on the scanners. We sent Kcal right to the scene. Let me show you some video as we were coming up overhead. Thick black smoke from the intersection of 6th and Whitmer in the Westlake District. We knew whatever was burning there was ripping with fire, and this is what Kcal saw when it got finally overhead. Flames shooting from the top of this building. Many of us here in the newsroom immediately recognized that as the Pacific Dining Car restaurant. It's been in LA since 1921. The front of the building was on fire, and it had caught the small office building, two-story office building next to it on fire as well. Now, this restaurant had been closed since the pandemic. It's one of the many restaurants that did not survive the pandemic-era restrictions on dining at that time. The owner closed it, and they had sold off many of the pieces of furniture and cooking equipment inside. It's believed transients had taken up residence inside there. When firefighters entered and finally put out the fire, they said they found evidence that the electrical wiring had been ripped out of the walls and the transients had been living inside. So the arson team is looking at that as a possible cause for this fire. A fire captain on scene gave us some information about, though, the damage that this restaurant has sustained, and they may have to tear it down. Take a listen to what he had to say in the field.
The fire department did bring out an excavator that they're planning to use to demolish the one-story portion of this building because it does pose a hazard to people walking on the sidewalk in the right-of-way.
This really was a famous restaurant, served many, many people in the downtown area during the Depression, the Great Depression. It served free meals to people that were out of work. And in later years, it served as a backdrop for movie sets like The Training Day and the TV show Shameless. Well, the restaurant, as I said, had been closed since the pandemic. The owner said he had hoped to one day reopen it and renovate it, but the damage today, Rachel, is very severe. It's unclear if the Pacific Dining Car now will ever reopen. It's the very latest from the desk. I'll send it back to you.
Yeah, it really is a landmark, an institution in LA. Yeah. Very sad to see, Mark. Thank you so much. Breaking news right now, a home explosion in Pacoima. At least one person critically hurt, and there are dogs still trapped inside the wreckage. Let's get right out to Kcal's Joy Benedict. She is there live. Joy.
Yeah, Rachel, I mean, this is a scene that's been going on for several hours now, and it just keeps getting larger as more people are coming in to try and get a handle on what was an explosion where there could be even more explosives inside. What you're seeing in front of you is the LAPD bomb squad. They are blocking the view to the house and obviously trying to protect the rest of these homes. That's why they do that, to try and prevent any more damage just in case there may be another explosion. So let me show you video from high up above and a little closer to the scene. When we were closer to this, the explosion happened about 9 o'clock this morning. That's when investigators are telling us that they now believe a man inside one of these two homes on the property, for whatever reason, may have been making his own fireworks, and that is what could have caused this explosion. It blew the roof of the home off. The man was then seen outside, and neighbors coming to his rescue, running to his rescue. The fire department got here very quickly. They say he has burns to more than 50% of his body, and he is in critical condition. He will be transferred to a burn unit. Also inside the home were 3 dogs at the time of all of this. Because of that roof collapse, we were told that 3 of them were trapped there in the wreckage. We do know that 1 dog was in fact tied up when the explosion took place, and they were unable to reach him at the time. The other 2 were loose but running around in that area. We have since learned that the 1 dog that was tied up has since been rescued. The other 2 have not been found, as they believe to have run off somewhere, but we do have animal control out here looking for them. As for the neighbors, they did evacuate a few homes nearby the explosion in the immediate vicinity, but talking to folks who saw all of this happen and came running immediately after, they say their concern is obviously with the young man, the 24-year-old, who was injured in all of this.
It was very sad to see somebody like that. It was like somebody throw gas on you and let you on fire. and it was real bad.
Did he say what happened? Did he say why it blew up?
He was trying to talk, but myself, I could understand what he was saying. The pain that he was going through, that's what we were more concerned.
Now, again, as for what's happening now, the LAPD bomb squad is on the scene. They are trying to figure out if there's any more explosives in the home. They want to make sure that it is safe for firefighters to go in there to secure the structure and, of course, protect everybody else here in this neighborhood before they will open up the evacuation zone. They only have about maybe 4 homes on each way of this particular house that exploded, evacuated right now, and they have pushed the media back now 2 times just since we've been here in the last couple of hours. So certainly still an active investigation and scene as they're trying to make sure that this home is secure and nothing else is going to explode here in this community. I'll send it back to you guys.
All right, appreciate the update. Thank you, Joy. A court appearance this morning for the man accused of leading deputies on a chase that left 1 deputy dead. As Kcal's Rick Montanez shows us, that deputy's family and colleagues were there too.
This morning, the 22-year-old suspect entered a plea of not guilty to the charges of auto theft and murder of Deputy Hector Cuevas Jr. That guilty plea was entered in a courtroom full of sheriff's deputies. News cameras were not allowed inside, but those deputies showed up to show their support for the Cuevas family. And of course, it's been a difficult time for them all week long. The 36-year-old deputy died Monday morning here in Victorville. He was a husband and father of 2 young children. His family says he was also a football coach, an active member in his church. He died in a horrific crash during a high-speed pursuit of a stolen car suspect. We spoke with his loved ones just a short time ago after the suspect entered that plea of not guilty.
I'm going through it. It's been a hard few days. You know, no sleep. Just a lot of thinking.
I'm angry. I'm so angry right now. I'm so disappointed in our system because, first of all, had he been incarcerated, this wouldn't have happened. If he had served his time that he should have served, this would not have happened.
This is the suspect now charged with murder of Deputy Cuevas, Ryan Turner. According to Rialto, police had also been involved in a pursuit there in January 2024, where the pursuing officer was also in a crash. Turner was sentenced to 16 months in prison, but released after 8 months in jail. That is what Sonia Bracey was referring to, the woman we just heard from. Deputy Cuevas is being remembered for all he gave to his community. The next step in this court case is scheduled for March 25th. This is no doubt expected to be a difficult process for the deputy's family. Reporting in Victorville, Rick Montanez, Kcal News.
Rick, thank you. The family of the Menendez brothers are rallying to push for their release from prison. Eric and Lyle Menendez are serving life sentences for killing their parents. Family here say their traumatic childhood and years of good behavior should be enough to justify resentencing. However, LA County District Attorney Nathan Hochman, who inherited the case, says the men should not get out of jail until they admit to what he says are lies they've told about what happened. Their supporters want their plea